Hi everybody, so today will be the beginning of a series of videos I'm going to make on Valentine's Day desserts, and the first one I want to show you how to make is creme brulee in the Instant Pot. So all we're going to do is take 2 cups of heavy cream and heat it up in the microwave for 45 seconds, but I want to add a little twist to it, and that is a teaspoon of dried edible lavender. So we're just going to put it in there and stir it around and let that beautiful lavender flavor permeate into that cream. So 45 seconds. And while that is starting to get a little warm, we're gonna take 6 egg yolks, room temperature, and whisk them with 6 tablespoons of sugar. And you don't want to do that in advance or the sugar will burn the yolks. So as you're heating up the cream, go ahead and get this ready all at the same time, not a long time before that. I also want to take a tablespoon of vanilla. I've seen a lot of creme brulee recipes that use vanilla bean, but I don't think it does an excellent job at that just because the vanilla bean insides just kind of float up to the top rather than actually becoming part of it. So vanilla extract is a much more economical and I think logical way to go. So you could also use vanilla bean extract, but it's gonna have that same effect of it floating to the top. Now our cream has warmed up and we're gonna let it sit just for a second as that lavender infuses and I can smell it really well. We're gonna do a pinch of salt. Okay. And then we are going to temper our yolks by adding just a little bit of this warmed up cream into the egg yolks. And then we'll stir just to warm up the egg yolks a little bit before we combine it all together. I still like to run my creme brulee mixture through a sieve just to make sure that it has no lumps whatsoever. You want creme brulee to be very, very smooth. So we whisk it all together. And then as we put it through the sieve to make sure that there are no scrambled eggs in it, we're also going to get rid of all the lavender buds. So we're not eating that, which would not be very fun. Okay, get it all out. Okay, beautiful. All right, and you wanna put it into a pourable container so you can put it into your 4 to 6 ounce ramekins. Here we go, so that colander is catching all of that lavender for me and making sure that my anglaise is nice and smooth. Okay, now we only need 4 6 to 8 ounce ramekins, and you don't have to prepare them anyway. Just pour halfway into each one of these. And then you're going to cover each one of them individually with aluminum foil, very tight, because when you put it in the Instant Pot, you don't want the steam to make your creme brulee watery. Okay, now I can go a little bit further. Okay. Oh, and it looks like I might be able to make one more of these, so I'll do that in a moment. I've taken my Instant Pot and I have prepared it by putting in 2 cups of cold water, and then you want to take the little stand that comes with your Instant Pot and put it inside of it. Then take the aluminum foil, wrap up the creme brulee nice and tight so no water can get inside of it. And then you're going to snugly place them inside that little shelf inside the Instant Pot. Once I have all of those prepared, I'll put my lid on it and I will pressure cook it for 15 minutes with a 15-minute natural release. Once those 15 minutes are up, take the lid off and let it rest for about 5 minutes so it's not too hot to the touch. Then you want to take that creme brulee and put it in your refrigerator for 6 to 8 hours. And when it's time for dinner and you're ready to serve it, take it out and you're going to put caster sugar on it And that really does work best because it's very, very fine sugar. And you can either put it in your broiler for a couple minutes, or you can take your butane torch and caramelize it so you melt that sugar. And we'll see what that looks like. Hi everybody, so my creme brulee has been in the refrigerator for several hours and is nice and chilled now. And we are just gonna take a couple of teaspoons of castor sugar and generously put this on the creme brulee. Okay, then you can either put this in the broiler until it caramelizes on top, or you can use your butane torch. And we want to melt that sugar, and you can go as dark as you like. Of course, we don't want it to be burned, but you want the sugar to be hard on top so that you get that wonderful crack as you go into the creme brulee. What I love most about using a butane torch instead of the broiler is that the custard still gets to stay nice and cold, and only the top is this hard, warm, crunchy top. So as soon as you've melted all of the sugar, and you want to kind of move it around to melt the sugar underneath it, then it's ready to eat. And since we added that little tiny teaspoon of dried lavender to it, it's unique and beautiful, and don't be afraid of the lavender. It's really delicate, and I think that you will love it so very much. I hope that you try it for this Valentine's Day to make for the people that you love most in this world. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.